Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia and he did everything except roll out a red carpet for Mohammed bin Salman because the Saudis had already rolled out a red carpet for Donald Trump. What Donald Trump did instead was deliver a pathetic and humiliating public love letter to one of the most brutal authoritarian leaders alive today. "Oh, what I do for the crown prince," Trump said, waxing poetic. That's a quote from the president of the United States to one of the most brutal authoritarians in power today. Let's look at this first clip. What an embarrassment. This is not getting even a fraction of the attention that it deserves.
Has already taken the first steps toward restoring normal relations between the United States and Syria for the first time in more than a decade. And I'm very pleased to announce that Secretary Marco Rubio will be meeting with the new Syrian foreign minister in Turkey later this week. And very importantly, after discussing the situation in Syria with the Crown Prince, your Crown Prince.
Yeah. And look at Elon cheering in the background.
And also with President Erdogan of Turkey, who called me the other day and asked for a very similar thing, among others, and friends of mine, people that I have a lot of respect for in the Middle East.
Friends.
I will be ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance at greatness.
Another little authoritarian gift, and the Crown Prince is pleased. You get to live, he says. This degree of flattery towards Mohammed bin Salman by a president of the United States is globally and historically humiliating. Look at this. Okay, so now there's a standing ovation. That's why Trump isn't continuing. Is anyone else finding this vomitous? Trump then says, other than the United States, Saudi Arabia is the hottest country. Right, Mohammed? Right? You're hotter than I am.
We are rocking. The United States is the hottest country, with the exception of your country, I have to say, right? I'm not going to take that on. No, Mohammed, I'm not going to take that on.
No.
Wouldn't that be a terrible thing if I made that full statement? But I will not do it. You're hotter. At least as long as I'm up here, you're hotter.
Mohammed, you're so hot. I'm melting in my huge boxer shorts. There is no greater crush in the world. There is no more, the Leo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet in Titanic has nothing on Trump's love affair with authoritarians. And of course, this is the same crown prince that ordered the murder and dismemberment of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. But Trump's unfazed. Actually, he's not even unfazed. He's smitten. It's beyond diplomacy. It is a full-on crush. And then Trump starts flirting with the crown prince. How do you sleep at night with the job you're doing? How?
Mohammed, you sleep at night? How do you sleep? Huh? Just thinking. What a job. He tosses and turns like some of us. Tosses and turns all night. How do I make it even better all night? It's the ones that don't toss and turn. They're the ones that will never take you to the promised land, won't they? But you have done some job.
This is disgusting. This is not tough on terrorism, Trump. This is not America first. This is groveling for investment deals and oil. And we know Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has deals with Saudi Arabia, and all the while pretending that brutal human rights abuses don't exist. There is no authoritarian that Trump isn't smitten by. Putin, we know, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping, Mohammed bin Salman again. And this is not new. You go back to 2018 when Khashoggi was murdered, and the world demanded justice, and Trump bragged that he saved MBS by distracting the media and told Bob Woodward, I saved his ass. This is Trump, who doesn't care if you kill journalists or crush dissent, as long as you're rich and powerful and willing to stroke his ego. That's the currency for Trump. Loyalty to power, loyalty to me. It's not democracy. It's not human rights. And meanwhile, at home, he's talking about maybe we'll suspend habeas corpus. Maybe we will refer to journalists as enemy of the people. It is not admiration from afar. It's emulation. Trump wants to be these guys who rule with an iron fist. And just to cap off the absurdity, after the speech ends, YMCA starts pounding and Trump embraces the crown prince like they just closed on a beachfront condo together. Look at this.
You have a tremendous future. Thank you very much. And please pay my respects to your father. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And if you're just watching here, the crown prince is now walking around. He is just in love with Trump. He's going to get on stage and then the love fest will begin. Look at this. And now they approach and they embrace. What a great day. Anyway, it's nauseating. I'm not going to continue. I don't believe I have ever seen. Some were calling this Trump revitalizing the art of self-cuckoldry. I find that language aggressive. I don't really want to delve into that, but that's definitely a phrase that Trump self-cucked here. I'll leave that to the audience to decide, but not exactly a shining star or beacon for democracy. Not at all. And the trip will continue, and we will continue to cover it. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. It costs nothing, and we will cover the entire fiasco of Trump's Middle East trip. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what the Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get the Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out the Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.